Okay, so today I'm going to talk about professional photography for real estate. Should you hire, if you're a realtor, a professional photographer? And if you're a photographer, where's your value in shooting real estate when so many realtors are shooting it with their iPhone? Maybe they've got a camera, maybe not, but I would say 99% of them are shooting it with their phone if they're not hiring a photographer to do it. Where should we go with all this? My opinion, I've told realtors, even though I've shot thousands and thousands of houses over the years, that if I became a realtor, which I have some interest in at some point in my life, that I would not shoot my own photos. There's a guy I follow, respect him. He was actually a realtor way back in the day. He's a success guy right now, but he talks about, doesn't matter what your job is, what are your three main things that you should be focusing on to make money? And as a realtor, one of those three main things is not shooting your own photos. Save a buck or not, doesn't matter. In fact, my opinion is you can actually leverage your professional photographer to get you more business, get you more referrals. You come in on a listing appointment or whatever, and you talk about you bringing in the area's best photographer. They're going to make your house look awesome. All that elevates your game compared to a lot of your competition, and it's just better customer service. Better customer service equals better referrals if you're doing it right. So there's a lot of value in having professional photography of listings, in my opinion. So much so, like I said, that I would actually hire a photographer if I became a realtor, even though I can maybe take better photos than them. I might own a business that has a photographer that I bring in, but I would not take the photos myself. I'm going to hold to that. Hold me to it. So anyways, I've got some real world examples of this too. I do 3D tours, video, and photos for listings, drone stuff, all that. So I was brought in just this last year to do a 3D tour on a property. Well, my price list includes the photos with a 3D tour, just automatic. So I show up, start doing the photos, and they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's awesome." The realtor's assistant just left, not that long ago, and they were taking photos with their iPhone, which we thought was really odd that they would take photos with their iPhone. So whether you guys think it or not, people see that and they perceive that. Shooting with your iPhone is not a good idea. I don't care how good your iPhone does. Honestly, I could probably take a better picture with the iPhone, if done right, than some photographers can with a single shot raw image. iPhones are pretty amazing, but it's the perception from your clients that isn't so good. So there's a little bit of caveat there. You can bring a photographer that does a pretty poor job with a regular camera. So find somebody that's good. There's going to be a lot of resources on here on how to shoot with a professional camera. Like I said, I might own a company that has a photographer if I was a realtor that I would use. I would just not do it myself. National Association of Realtors actually has some articles on their site about how quickly a home sells that has professional photography done. I mean, there's stuff out there on 3D tours too, on how much better that is. And not everybody believes it. Totally fine. A lot of realtors I use don't do the 3D tour. They do professional photography. Some do photo video. Some do photo 3D. Some do all three, the photo, video, and the 3D. But having the professional photographer is going to elevate your game as a realtor. If you're a professional photographer and you're looking to expand your stuff, real estate photography is awesome. There's value there. Some realtors might have to be convinced that they shouldn't be shooting with their iPhone and that there's a huge value in using you as a professional photographer. And again, if you're a realtor, you might have to start. Maybe there's nobody in your area you found yet. Maybe it's your first listing and you just don't have the budget to hire a professional photographer. Totally get it. Hopefully there'll be some tips here coming out to help you too. But as you get going in real estate, if you want to really elevate your game, some of the best realtors in my area are using professional photography. So take that for what it is and tune back, subscribe, and we'll be landing more tips here shortly.